Hello and welcome to another Creaking Shelves unboxing video. This time we have the hot off the presses Res Arcana
by Tom Lehmann
of Race for the Galaxy fame and various pandemic expansions and things
Is this
like
a card
that.
game?
This is a card game.
It's a big box for a card game.
Ooh, are you already dissing the game?
I'm
when
already
you've
dissing
not even
the game.
lifted the lid.
Haven't even lifted the lid. So
This could be crammed full to bursting with components, Robin.
it could be. Why would he always do the same thing?
I mean, pandemic's quite different. Anyway, what I can guarantee isn't in this box is the rulebook, because I've already taken that out, and so that I can learn the game and give Robin a description of how it plays as he
Explores the box.
Yeah.
And hopefully you will learn too.
Yay, learning!
You'll probably learn better than I will, because I don't understand anything. So we have a very nice box, some pretty artwork. There's a woman with an owl, I guess that's Minerva. There's a man with a sword and a dagger. There's a witchy woman with a skull. Some sorcerousy people. There's magic in this.
There is.
Ooh! Ooh, look at this!
Correct response.
Ah! There's an insert within the insert. And it's shaped like a pentagon.
Inception.
Insertion.
Insertion?
Doesn't quite work.
My.
Can you tell me if this is significant for the game? in any way?
Well, it stores the bits.
Oh, it's just storage. It's not.
Well, it is, but you can just put it out on the table just like that then.
Easy,
ready to go.
Easy grabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's in bags though, so it's not quite ready to go like that. You have to empty things out.
Some custom wood.
Custom wood. I like this.
We
Okay,
like our custom wood.
We do. So each colour has a different shape. This is exciting. I'm guessing each colour per player and unique player powers as a result.
Not quite.
Not quite. Okay.
Oh, good guess. No, it's not a good guess. Terrible guess.
No, terrible guess.
So it is. These are the resources.
This could be upside down, actually. Is it an onion? In the ground. What is this?
So that is life.
That's what?
Remember the old symbol of life?
The
onion. It's got layers.
It's got layers. It's complicated.
And it smells funny.
Oh, what is that? Fire. That's
No, Robin.
What?
That is elan.
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 As in élan. He has a certain élan.
Maybe.
No? Okay, yep. Well,
But yeah, it looks like fire.
Looks like fire.
But no.
And
This
it's
game
red.
has to have its own silly name for things.
And then we've got a black one shaped like a... Oh, that looks like a skull silhouette. So I'm guessing that's death.
That is death.
Does it have a silly name?
No.
Oh, this looks like water?
Oh, you would think so, wouldn't you? But no, Robin.
Oh.
That is calm.
Calm. As in with an L. C-A-L.
Solid calm.
Solid calm.
I wish I had more calm in my life. I don't know about you.
There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh.
And that's him for the video. He's just done that.
Oh, what a relief.
For the record, calm looks like
Sleep now.
fire.
What? No.
Elan, life.
Calm looks like water.
It looks
like
it's
flowing water.
But it's like the shape is very similar to the flames. It's just missing a bit.
Oh yeah, it's one bit less than fire.
And this looks
Calming
like
flame. I don't know.
gold, money.
Yeah, gold.
Nice. I'm excited. These are actually really nice components so
Yeah.
far. This is very good.
All right.
For my mockery, it's actually really nice.
Yeah.
So, on to we have a mixture of things. So
Where to start?
Where to start? We have.
The least exciting component in the game.
Let's start with save the best till last. That's what I'm saying.
Overflow resource chips.
Overflow resource chips. It's an irregularly weirded shaped thing. It's actually not even a pentagon. Why isn't it a pentagon?
I don't know.
Fail. This is a poor game.
Aww.
This is a poor game. Right, let's move on to small cards. I'm going to save the big ones.
Ooh.
Okay, we have these small. They're actually like proper cardboard. Thick,
yeah, I
thick
wasn't
card.
expecting that.
Yeah. They say. Oh, okay. They've got some kind of resource or ability on one side, by the looks of things, and actions that you can perform at the bottom, and on the other side it says past.
Yeah.
Draw one
So these
card.
are items. Everyone gets an item, and you have that for the round, and so that has an ability that applies during the round. And at the end of the round, you pass and choose one of the other items. So all 8 of these, I think there are 8, will be out on the table.
Okay.
And so, kind of, if you're familiar with Terra Mystica or Gaia Project, you pass, return that, and take one of the others. So, passing early to get the item that you really want is kind of one of those.
That's a good idea.
One of those elements, yeah.
And how many players?
4 players.
4 players. Okay, so competition is tense, but not too tense.
Yeah, not crazy. But then there's also, if someone else has the one that you want, you know that you have to wait for them to pass before you can pass.
That's tricky. Oh, got it. First player token. First player marker. 1 victory point. Yeah, on the other side it has passed and 1 victory point.
So, the first player to pass will get the first player marker for the next round. Which means they also gain a victory point for that round. And so you have this victory point floating around the table because this game is a race. So you're racing to 10 points. Which means I can definitely see at the end of the game, towards the end of the game, being the person to take the first player marker, to pass first, is going to be quite an important
Can
thing.
it be a winning move? So you've got 9 victory points and you're like, I'm going to pass first and grab that thing.
It could be, but that just means that this round is the last round.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're at 10 points, that means at the end of the round, you only check victory at the end of the round.
Right.
But the winner will be the person with the most. So if you pass first, get that trigger at the end of the game, someone else can spend that round getting more points in order to win.
I see, right. So, that's interesting gameplay. Okay, now we look like we have a deck of actual cards.
We do have a deck of actual cards, but don't look at those. Look at the big cardboard first.
At the big things.
It will make more sense.
We've got more cardboard.
Yeah, more cardboard!
And apparently the person who's read the rules says it makes more sense to look at these first.
Yeah, let's try and do this in some kind of logical order for a change.
Okay. These look like locations.
And the player reference card. Good to get that in.
Okay, player reference card. Really solid card again, like nice thickness to these cards. Yeah. That looks handy. And we have double-sided locations. Coral Castle, for example, which on the other side is a sunken reef, which is really interesting. Beautiful artwork, I have to say.
Yeah, it's lovely stuff.
The Alchemist Tower. And there's a lot of information on these locations.
Yeah, so all of these will be out during the game, and these are basically one of the 2 main ways of scoring victory points. These are places of power. So if you can take/build these by paying the cost in resources on the top right corner.
That's a classic location for costs.
It is indeed. Yep. Then you will have this for the rest of the game, which will be worth a certain amount of points. So, like the Dragon's Lair will be worth 1 point for every gold on the Dragon's Lair. And then there's a bunch of mechanics, action type things that you can perform in the white spaces,
so
which will let you do stuff.
So it gives you the victory points and these abilities.
Yes.
Nice.
I mean, some of these abilities are like for the Dragon's Lair, place gold on this card. So that's how you get the victory points, is by doing that action enough times. So you want to get these as often, it seems like, as early as possible in order to...
is there a limit on the number of times you can perform an action in a turn?
Yes. Right. Well, can be. It depends. So some actions will kind of exhaust the card. So, again, Dragon's Lair, exhaust the card, so kind of twist it to the... right and place 2 gold on it. Once it's exhausted, you can't then use it again until the next round.
Right.
Unless you have some other way of refreshing it so that you can use it again.
Now we have different classifications of cards.
Oh yes! Pick a card deck.
On the back.
Pick that
Let's
card
pick
deck.
This card deck.
Good
Res Arcana, Monument card deck. What is it?
Monuments. This is the other main way of getting points.
Oh, they smell good.
Buying and building monuments. All monuments cost 4 gold. So gold is a particularly special resource.
And now we have a massive deck of artifacts.
There we go. So
Massive
this is
deck.
the main kind of mechanic.
Look at the size of it.
Yeah. So everyone gets 8 of these at the start of the game. So you have your own personal deck of artifacts, kind of like the artifacts that you could invent, I suppose, or discover, which no one else is going to be able to. Shuffle them up, draw 3. You can either try to build these or discard them for resources. And these are going to give you abilities to use during the game.
But they're permanent abilities. They're not...
exactly, once they're out.
Yeah.
Again, some of these, they exhaust when you use them, so you can only use them once per round. Dragons, creatures,
we have the final deck of mages.
Yes.
So actually, when I said on the artwork box, it's just like, oh, like sorcerers, they are.
Yep.
Although interesting that the duelist is a mage. He doesn't look much like a wizard to me.
Oh yeah.
But I guess he's a mage, which is how he's able to make all these artifacts.
He's managed to make a bronze nose for himself as well.
He has, hasn't he? Yeah. That's cool.
So each player will be one of these mages, and so that gives you your own special power throughout the game.
They are pretty awesome. Oh, and they're very representative. They are a global...
a global mix of people.
Global mix of people.
Very
international,
nice.
very, very nice. Also, each one's clearly kind of attuned to a different essence. That's nice. So combining the mages with the individual decks of unique items means
You're
you've
gonna
got
have
a really
quite
asymmetrical
different
kind of play.
Yeah, what you get at the start of the game, you'll get 2 mages and your 8 cards, and you look through all the cards and choose one of the mages that you think will best fit with that deck. So you have a little bit, so it's not a complete random, you know.
Because of the essences, if you had a death, if you had the witch who's death and life, and you had a bunch of artifacts that were all about
fire and gold or whatever,
then that would be pretty rubbish, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yes,
that's nice. Oh, I like this. The artwork is fantastic.
it is really nice.
Yeah.
You'll see all that in the cutaways.
And then,
Keep going, keep going. The duelist is lively, just leaps out of your hand.
yeah. Yeah, and they're just really nice components as well. Like cards are very nicely printed.
Yeah. Surprisingly thick. I thought these items were just going to be normal cards.
But no, they're actual
tiles.
I guess the idea is that
All
they're in the centre of the
pre-punched.
tables. Everybody's going for it. Yeah, pre-punched, nice.
So there are some attack mechanics which I haven't mentioned. So some of the powers force players to spend life. If they don't have any life essence, they have to spend 2 other essences. So it will sap your other resources even faster. So
it's a mean game.
So there's a bit of meanness in there. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
That is Res Arcana.
Yeah.
Are
you excited to play it?
Yeah. Interested. So thank you all for watching. Are you interested at all in Res Arcana? Have you had a chance to play it?
Yes, please
drop
let us
us a
know.
comment. And we will see you next time.
Might have to.
We need some kind of
through this. Yeah.
we need some kind of opening decks of cards music.
Oh man.